welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Today we're just gonna be doing a little studio session, just making some beats, bangers, and bops. Just working in Ableton Live, just making music. But before we dive into it, just wanted to remind you guys, my new album, The Low Key Plan, just dropped on Bandcamp, and it is dropping on official platforms on May 9th, so good stuff there. Definitely check it out if you guys are trying to find the music. I am TapDaddy on all platforms, including Bandcamp, so... But anyways, dude, I'm just excited to dive into some beats today. I really don't have any, specifically anything I'm trying to make. We're just going to try to make the best music possible, Should be good. Real quick, I'll just drop a link here's the link to the Bandcamp for anyone trying to find it. And, there we go. Awesome. And if you're trying to pre-save it on Spotify, here is the link for that. So, but let's just dive into our session today and see what we got going on. Let me put the kibosh on that. You guys can go check that out yourself if you're interested. And let's just get into Ableton Live. Yes, we are here. We are present. And we're going to make some bangers, hopefully. All right, so, spent a little bit of time downloading some samples, just kind of getting new material in today. I also signed up for the Ableton Live 12.2 beta, and was cooking up some samples, some loops and whatnot that I might sample maybe on the second beat. I think I'll stash that for the second beat, but we're cooking in Ableton 12.1 today. But I've been having fun with the open beta for 12.2. They made some crazy changes. Auto filter is completely different now, so much more powerful. Definitely looking forward to having that just on hand. And also expressive chords. That's one that I've been really having fun with. Just it's kind of like a jazzy chord generator. Super fun stuff, but I'm a little afraid to use the 12.2 beta on stream just because it is experimental. It might crash. But anyways, let's just get into it. Let's just see what we're getting into today. Maybe we'll start by sifting through maybe some chords, see what we could chop, and then move into drums. Let's see what we're cooking up. Let's see. Let's hear some of these. Ooh, okay. I could see this being pretty sick. Doesn't have the most variation to it though, Very smooth. Boy, we got choices. I think this one could be really fun. I mean, it's not the most variation, but we could create our own variation with it. Or this one, this one's just got some colorful chord progression to it. I don't know. Let's dive in with our drums, and then we'll probably be able to make a much more informed decision, So let's dive into it. Let's see. Drums. I think I made a new kit just the other day. Let's see. All right. Is it this guy? Let's see what we got here. I kind of like these kicks that have a little bit of hi-hat on top of it. It just feels a lot more satisfying. I don't know. Kind of creates some texture there. Easy. Let's capture that. All right, and let's just get ourselves like a nice, like, I don't know, 4 bar, 8 bar, 16 bar maybe. I'm not quite sure. We'll kind of see what we're doing here. But yeah, what's up, Glizzy? How you doing, dude? Thank you. Really kind of going for an off-kilter kind of like Dilla feel, I suppose, you know? See, we'll probably have to clean this up a bit, but let's loop like 16 bars of this, right? Yeah, and it looks like we're like off by 1. Let's there we go. Okay. Yeah, now that's not quite. What went wrong here? Oh gosh, are we gonna be off by like Not quite. This needs to be like over here. Yeah, so these are all happening on 3. Let me just see if like we can slide this into place or if everything was off after that, you know? Yeah, because these are on 2. And then it kind of gets off from there, and we're on 3 over here. This is like 2.5. Okay, so then let's start from over here. First of all, we can get rid of that little... Okay. Get rid of that little blunder. It's not perfect, but, you know, we're kind of going for something with a little bit of human feel to it, you know? Let's just, like, condense this down to a perfect 8 bars. See what we got here. Okay, and I can already see it's, like, off by 1. We got a lot of off by 1 errors today. Sometimes it doesn't capture, like, perfectly. That's okay. I'm patient. I can work with it. We'll loop that, see how it loops on itself. Oh, that actually feels pretty good. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that guy. And we might even scoot that guy up to our... Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that extra guy. Okay. Cool, we're cooking. All right, shall we, we'll probably do like a little bit more processing on that, but for now, let's go back check out some of this stuff. So we had like what was this one? I think I liked that other one a little bit better. We're gonna kind of shuffle around a few of these. Have I flipped this? No, I think this is just like one of those samples that I've simmered past so long that it's become familiar to me. Let's just see if we, first of all, let's just try it straight, and we might consider chopping. Mess with the warping. Let's maybe pitch it. I feel like maybe if we pitch it down a little bit more, we might get a little bit more warmth to it. Ooh. Also, we're at 151.5 BPM. Dude, that's gross. Let's call it 152. I feel like we want to, I don't know, kind of transform this a little bit. Because we could like chop this apart, but you know, I feel like you guys see me do this so often where it's just like, we could. We could, but why would we want to mess up something that's just got all this rich nuance to it, you know? It's just like a nice progression. I feel like I kind of want to go for a little bit more of like a muted tone. You know, I'm really curious about, there's one plugin that I've just been kind of experimenting with a lot. This could completely destroy the sample, or it could sound really cool. Let's go play with Devil Lock. Devil Lock Deluxe. All right. This, like I said, this could sound cool. This could sound like shit, but we're going to find out together. Like, usually I've been using this for like drums, but you can kind of see why it's like fun to pull out on other stuff too. It's a little bit too much though with the distortion. What else could we play with here? I'm thinking maybe a smidge of micro shift to really like see if we can get a little bit of a phased sound to it. And of course we could use phase mistress. That's a little bit more aggressive. I'm kind of thinking something a little bit subtle. You see, like something like this basically. see, that just like that slight sort of chorus feel to it. Now, I feel like these drums are a little bit bright, a little bit extreme. We're gonna kind of try to cut this down a little bit, make it a little bit more lo-fi-ish. So I'm thinking first things first. Let's do a little bit of an EQ cut, just cut off those tops. Oh yeah. Let's get a smidge of like decapitator. Maybe get ourselves a little bit more of a punch. It's a little extreme on that snare, but I really want it like feeling good on that kick. So what we could do is we could just turn down this snare until it simmers. I don't know. I think that's kind of getting a little bit out of control, actually. I'm just liking this sound, you know? What's up, Mars? How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Maybe we bust out that 1176. Yeah. A little compression on this. Okay. Really making this feel a little bit more punchy. It's quieter right now, so don't let the loudness bias, you know, mess with you. We're gonna get this up. Like, this just feels better, you know? This feels awesome. What's up, 360? How you doing, man? Welcome on in, dude. A little bit higher in the ratio? Nah, I'm thinking 12. See if we could get like a very central like trumpet lick in here, and then we can really start coming in with our stuff and kind of rearranging. I'm also kind of considering an upright bass underneath this. That would be cool. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We're feeling it out, guys. Let's see. You know what would be kind of fun is like some really tight side chaining between like the maybe we include both the kick and the snare just to get it to like fit with this. I don't know, I'm like thinking too far ahead to the mix, right? Never a bad thing, some light mixing, you know, as we go, but let's not get distracted. Let's get into our trumpet licks and sax licks, see what we got to work with here. If that was in the right key signature, maybe. And we gotta kind of use our imagination, right? To imagine what we could do if we pitch this to the right signature, or how we could chop it, right? Because this kind of feels like something we could work with. And I kind of want to like play around with this a little bit, because I hear a little turn in there that I like. And it's kind of, you know, it's kind of got this repetition to it. It's not trying to do anything too fancy, so it leaves us with a lot of space to kind of come in with our own detailing and just nuance, you know. Let's mess around with it. And I was kind of thinking, instead of like having it over here. Okay, we definitely need to turn this down. But I'm thinking more like... Bum ba-dum. Not quite. We need to pitch this. Totally mistimed and everything, but we're kind of getting somewhere. Now, I think that, yeah, the warping on this is like kind of all fucked, right? Let's just get this in. Let's see if we can warp it. I just turned off the warping. The original here is 88. We're at 76 BPM right now, so we'll have to kind of like slow this down. And I think you can even see, like, if we stretch this out to, like, fit this space, I think that should be about where we're aiming for. So then, let's see. Maybe. It might even be further than that. Say it's like 132, maybe. I'm looking for consistency in the place. Yeah, this looks like it's in time with something. Now let's like slide it into place. Okay, and I don't think that we're gonna need nearly like all of this. We're gonna like condense this down. I want to get this like turn towards the end. Okay, so really, let's just get chopping here. I think we're going to unwarp this. And let's start with this guy. And we want that to happen a little bit quicker, right? Bum, bum. Now, whenever I'm like chopping like this, I sometimes will like kind of pick the note that I know where it wants to land, right? So like... it's this note. Bum. Like when it turns up on that lick, we want that to be aligned with, I think, this 3 here. It's not quite flowing together yet. This is too early. Okay. Okay, maybe. This can be shortened down even more. I want to get that inflection right. Now, in order to get this to feel a little bit more natural, we're going to do a little bit of crossfading, I think in this direction. Okay. This isn't too bad over here, though. And then we're going to kind of have the same thing on the other side here. Let's just scoot all of that out of the way. Ba-dum, ba-dum. This still feels like it's like not quite sitting how we want it to. I think it's just like we need this to like line up with part of the syncopation. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. We're gonna keep kind of messing with this a little bit. We might. Bum ba dum. Much better. Ba-dum, ba-dum. And because we set this up so nicely, we're gonna like take this and bum ba dum. So then this, we might even just be able to extend that out. Again, not quite vibing. I think it's really just that this guy is a little bit too far off this downbeat. So you know what I think we'll probably do? Bring this over here. See if we can... Now, how's this inflection feeling, you know? All right. See, this is, I feel like, what music production kind of becomes at a higher level is it's like you're shifting things around, like just by milliseconds, just trying to, you know, feel it out, see how it feels when it lands, like see how that turn of that lick feels to us, you know? See, that feels even better. That's kind of making me feel like we might want to bring this guy a little bit more forward. Maybe we do it like right on the nose. Does this feel a little bit rushed, this turn? And, you know, part of it's what's so interesting about this is we've got this off-kilter feel. We've got this shuffle that's between an actual shuffle and a straight eighth note. You know, that's that kind of like Dilla feel. So, like, a lot of the syncopations that we're going to be doing with our trumpet might mirror that. We'll see. Ba-da-da-ba-dum-ba-da. Okay. Ba-da-dum, ba-da. Okay, so I think here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do something like this. And we'll try to blend these. Oh, that actually slid right into place. So we'll take this guy over here, but we're gonna like pitch him differently. All right, and bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Okay. Oh, man, these horn licks like really add some magic to this. All right. I'm thinking we want to really focus on a strong counterpoint to these trumpets. What would go well here sound selection wise? I'm kind of thinking we might get some sort of electric piano and do some light detailing around this. Let's go sift it through Xband, see what it has for us. I see Mars says, I finally moved all my files, but my computer is giving me issues resetting my system. I'm taking a break. You know, sometimes you gotta walk away from it, man. That's always rough. Let's see. Electric piano. Artificial jazz EP. Get this over here. We gotta figure out our key signature here. Okay, something just simple like this. Ooh, what's up, Brash? How you doing, man? Caught the live stream finally. Hey, cheers, dude. Welcome on in. Oh, and we got Myro. What's up? The new OS in Reaper is the free Ableton on a solid Just Wrote system. Been testing it all week since the 0 day wiped me out. Oh man. How is Reaper, by the way? I feel like from my impression, it sounds like Reaper might be the best choice if you're looking for a free DAW, you know? Like, certainly beats Bandcamp, right? You got a Discord going? Absolutely, man. I don't know if I have a Discord command set up yet, or if it's in the description. It's listed on my Twitch channel, though, if you're trying to find it. Yeah, if you don't know, also, I go live on Twitch every Wednesday and Friday, and we do live feedback for our subscribers. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's kind of what we use our Discord for. I might have to figure out something, you know, for our YouTube channel, you know, get our YouTube channel in our Discord. But yeah, Reaper does it all. Not exactly free, but to low budget friendly. Yeah, Reaper's not bad. Oh yeah, dub Reaper. Alright, so we got this fun, like, I'm liking this. I want to see if maybe we could get, like, a string in here or something. And then maybe we could go off on some vibraphone stuff. I could get really in the weeds with some vibraphone. Could be kind of cool. Let's see. What kind of stuff? I don't know why. I've got all my guitars and my strings in the same folder. This could be kind of cool. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, this could be really loud, but let's get this down, really in the background. Okay. You see it? We're starting to step into something here. And I kind of want it to bum bum. Ooh, this could be really cool. We got to figure out these transition points, though. Let's maybe gloss this up with a little bit of reverb on here. I really love the sound of Vocal Pop Hall. It's just a stock Ableton Live reverb. It's a very clean hall reverb. Oh, wait, we could maybe kind of do something where we change one of these notes and have it resolve like that. Oh, man. I wish some of these DAWs had deeper integration for Machine. Yeah, so like, how is that using Machine in your DAW? Because I know that with like this MPC that I've got over here, it comes with the full MPC DAW, and what's interesting about it is you can use the full MPC DAW as a plugin natively inside Ableton. So like you can basically drag it out onto a MIDI track and it will pull up the entire MPC DAW within Ableton. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that workflow though. Quite honestly, I really prefer chopping samples in Ableton's Simpler. It's just like a really straightforward and powerful sampler, you know? I used to chop all sorts of samples using MPC within Ableton, but I don't know. I just really fell in love with Ableton's workflow for sampling instead. I don't know. Now I use it as a MIDI controller for all of my drum racks. That's really what I'm using. But yeah, Mars says, honestly, I use it in standalone and then transfer to the other DAWs. You see, that's what I hear a lot of people doing with like, you know, Machine, MPC, especially like the SPs, you know. I see so many people like, you know, loving these devices, but the one drawback being like, but exporting and putting in my DAW is just, you know, which I get it. To me, I like relying more heavily on Ableton because I think it's keeps my process a lot more straightforward. And quite honestly, I feel like Ableton is quite capable of pretty much anything that, you know, any of these other samplers are capable of doing. It's just a matter of workflow. You know, it's just a matter of how you like to move about things. All right, let's see where we're at here. Bum. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of like slap that down there. Maybe. Something kind of like that. You see, it's subtle. We might even move this guy over. something for that space. But yeah, it's a Native Instruments problem, really. They could do more work on their own products, but they charge us a lot for very little. That's fair, man. Yeah, I think the only Native Instruments thing that I've got is my Complete Control A61. It's an okay device. I got it for Complete Control, really, because I needed a MIDI controller, a new one, but I was really enjoying Complete Control. Like, I think this was like a few years ago. I've enjoyed it, I don't really have too many complaints, although I will say that the key bed in this MIDI controller, in the A61, is not the nicest, Oh, Signature, what's up, dude? Almost missed you there. How you doing, dude? Well, come on in, man. But yeah, DAWs will be clouding soon. We'll have to compete. What do you mean by that? Clouding? Maybe we just take like the first of this guy. Maybe. We're getting somewhere here. But yeah, exactly. I think the DAW companies have done their work to get the synergy there, but Native Instruments won't respond with deeper integration from their side. Yeah, and there's only so much you can do, really, when it comes to, like, I think you've definitely got it right, that it falls on Native Instruments to make their devices more compatible with, all of the DAWs out there, or at least the leading ones, right? But yeah, I don't know, like, what is the workflow like? Because I assume that, are you able to use Machine, like the actual plugin inside of your DAW? I want to throw this guy like maybe very far to the left or far to the right. Maybe we try it far to the right. But there's so much of that piano in the right ear. And I'm also kind of thinking, what if we monoed that? Utility mono. I think we're going to have one of these guys lead us out into this section over here. Then we go off into like some vibraphone solo, But yeah, it's roughly the same as Ableton. You would think Native Instruments would have collaborated with Live to provide an enhanced environment for scenes and syncing. but they've basically left it up to the user. Oh, are you talking about like MIDI mapping wise, you know? Like, I don't know, like the drum racks not mapping to the pads, you know, by default. Because we got the same issue with MPC, but like I don't know, I just kind of like customize my drum racks to fit the layout of my MPC, right? I don't know, it's not perfect, but it's great though for, you know, I think it's just a matter of, you know, kind of utilizing your drum racks properly to kind of like, you know, maximize it for the layout of your device. Because that you know, that's, to me, I've had that problem with MPC and pretty much every MIDI controller that's, you know, like a drum sampler. I think it's just kind of like a matter of, you know, working with the drum rack to customize it. But that's something that I feel like is not a Native Instruments issue. That is an everything issue. But yeah, just chilling out, enjoying the groove. Oh, hell yeah. Love to hear that signature. Let's keep this moving along and see where we're going with this. I'm still not 100% sold on this section. See, I feel like we could shave down these strings a little bit more. I'm thinking, yeah, let's try something a little bit different. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Not a huge fan of this right here and this right next to each other, you know? Not the best. Let's try just getting rid of this guy for now. Yeah, I was specifically talking about providing more menu options with such so like I know that like Ableton has like a program that allows you to customize your MIDI mappings, right? It's like something different. I can't remember exactly what it was. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, it was specifically for customizing your MIDI mappings in Ableton. It was like a separate piece of software that you could download. I forget. Like, it escapes me. But yeah, MIDI boxes are all just trigger and mapping, so best to find a workflow and build your own custom box. The sooner you do that, you stop spending money on bullshit new MIDI. Yeah, no, that's a fact, man. I agree with Myro here. Like, I feel like as soon as you've got your workflow set up, you know, and you've, like, for me, I've got hundreds of these drum racks, and you'll notice, like, this is all scattered, right? Like, look, this hi-hat is like way up here. I just kind of tap, drop these where I want them on my pads, you know? And because I have used this MPC for so long, and I've built up a bunch of like drum racks, you know, and saved them, I can pull these out at any minute and just like jump in with some drums, right? Like, I don't have to set it up every time. I've saved it, right? And in fact, there's even instruments that I've like really sound designed out and you know, saved inside Ableton. Like, what am I looking for? TapDaddy vibraphone is what I'm looking for. But yeah, I feel like so much of it is, what you can lay down, like how many resources you can build customly for yourself, right? Like, here's a crazy ass instrument that I have 1,000 things on. In fact, I need to add a little gain knob at the end that turns it down like 20 decibels because this thing is super loud if you let it be. You guys see how much I've got going on in this effects chain? I spent a good long while trying to get this vibraphone to just sound like a vinyl sample, right? And then once I got it sounding like how I liked it, I just saved it as the TapDaddy vibraphone. I use it all the time, All right, let's that could be like something that we could build off of, honestly. Little roll there. Just tighten this up. We'll do like a bunch of counterpoint stuff in here, I think we need like one more counterpoint in there. Okay, let's get a nice roll going in here. And I think we'll start it over here. And we just need to I'm not sure how fast this roll. I'm going to do this rather indiscriminately, right? In terms of spacing. We might just kind of scoot these together. Now we can really automate with our volume. Notice that I'm having one hand be a little bit heavier than the other. Okay. Bum, bada bum. We're going for nuance here. Check out Wave's free plugin pack. Oh, did they drop a free one? I've been really hesitant to adopt Waves into my environment just because they tried to pull in Adobe the other, not too long ago. You know what I'm talking about? Where basically they tried to make it so you cannot own their plugins. They were like, no, we're switching to a subscription model, and you will not own your plugins now. And I don't know, just based on principle, I haven't adopted Waves because, very strongly against subscription models when it comes to plugins. I think that what has happened to Adobe is just like, I don't know. They're trying to monopolize, And I'm like, you're not that important to my workflow. Is it a compression problem on a group channel? What is? I'm not quite sure. I've got a lot of compression on this. Ba-dum-bum. Ooh, there we go. Cost subscriptions work for new users, but screws you if you can't pay. Not quality plugins either. Fair enough. I have no opinion because I haven't used Waves yet, I've just seen all of the backlash to like what they tried to do a little while ago. In fact, they got so much backlash that they decided not to go forward with it. So I will give them props for that. But yeah, free plugins though are free plugins. I don't know if they're giving away free plugins, then I might go download it. Although I am like, I guess what really worries me, and this is where I feel like they kind of violated the social contract by, trying to pull that subscription thing, right? Because in my mind, if they give me a free plugin, I want to trust the fact that that plugin is going to remain free in the future after I've used that plugin to create 10 tracks that are going to go on an album, and that when I'm mixing down the album 4 months later, that I'm not going to out of nowhere have to, be held at gunpoint to purchase a plugin, right? And that's what really worries me. And I guess what the reason why that's in my mind for Waves is just because they tried to do that with their paid plugins, right? They were like, guys, we're no longer going to allow you to own this. We're going to, have you, we're gonna have you pay a subscription every month, and it's like, that's crazy. Bum bum bum. Let's bring that in a little bit further. Bum bum, and maybe that has a little bit of hesitation there, but not like super far back like that. And for that guy, I think we're going to replace him with a bit of a roll. We're going to say this guy... Oops. Take this guy, put him right here, and we are going to drastically increase that. This all is going to have to move up a bit. Oops. May have overshot. Very nice. We're pretty much there. Let's bring it back. Let's So you see, we got room for a little bit more counterpoint here. Everything on Debian is free, literally anything you want. I might have to check it out. I actually haven't heard of Debian. What kind of stuff do they make? Maybe if we get like a tiny sax lick or something to counter in there, that could be kind of cool. Let's go mess around with it. Let's go see what we got going on here. Let's see. There was like some new sax stuff that I'd gotten recently. We just need a tiny lick. Maybe. Oh, let's search for sax. Just I hate, so there's got to be a way to search for saxophone within a folder that has sax in the title, but I haven't figured it out yet. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. We need to like get all of this. Change the warping to complex. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of this. Now let's get the crossfades working so that this feels a little bit more natural. That feels a lot more natural. Okay. Now let's gloss it up with a little bit of reverb. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like inside Ableton. It's the searching inside Ableton kind of gives me some issues sometimes. But I'm sure that there's a way to do it, right? I've just got a folder called like sax, trumpets, you know, flute, whatever. Disable automatic rescan on. I'll look into it later. It's all good though. We found our sax lick. Maybe I'll get like a little guitar to counter in there. That'll be really cool. And I'm not sure if we're going to pull over this entire section over to here. We might just grab like these guys. Here, I'll get that guy included, and then we'll cut off the end of this guy. And we might continue on doing some other stuff, but, you know, we'll see. Yo, that guitarist the other day on your channel dropping fire, he's dope. I'm trying to remember who you might be referring to. I feel like these feedback streams go by in a blur sometimes. I'm just like rapid fire, just like hitting people with advice. I'm curious, what if I got like a little bit of ride cymbal on the top of this? Now, there's one like ride cymbal sample that I've already used like twice in the past month, so I'm going to try to avoid that, but that's a little bit too fast. Closer, but still too fast. See, I think this is the one that I've used like twice this month. I feel like, man, I might just pull up Splice, see if we can just go find one real quick. Really just want like a nice like slow like ride swing. Let's see. Oh man, I never search on their website. Sounds. Let's see. Here we go. Ride swing. It's like very loud. Guys, just a simple ride swing, thank you. Jesus. See, this is the right BPM, but not the right like texture. Guys, come on. Cymbals. Man, I'm surprised how hard it is to just find a clean, slow ride swing, you know? Maybe if I search just swing and I sort by cymbals, 66. Okay, we got more options here. Good God. See, that's the tempo. But it's a hi-hat. Swing slow, maybe. Yeah, those rockabilly loops are cool. I feel you, man. This is a little bit closer. And I kind of like some of the snare fill stuff, you know? Like, I'm cool with that. Is this close enough? Yeah, we're at like 152. Yeah, okay, let's do that. All right, let's play with it. Let's see, was that the one I just... No, it's... Here we go. It's not quite vibing with the syncopation on our Dilla swing. Now we get to play this fun game of, is it ahead or is it behind? We shall see. Let's look pretty closely. Looks slightly ahead. We could try just like... That's kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like it really adds so much energy to this, and it feels cool. I'm kind of thinking like a little dropout over here. Yeah, I think we're going to really kind of need this through the track, but we might figure out ways to get these drums to stick with it a little bit nicer. We shall see. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we got runway here. Ride cymbal a little bit off to the right ear. Kind of feels good. So let's focus in on one of these drums. Try to straighten it out in a way that is going to feel very solid with these cymbals. Now, I think really what it is, though, is let's think about what our goalposts are, you know, for what establishes the rhythm. I'll tell you this, it's not the off-kilter hi-hats that's making that feel off. I think what it is like some of these snares come a little bit early, you know? It's really the kick on 1, the snare on 3 that really determine what that tempo is, right? See, it's like this guy coming in a little early. That's kind of throwing us. Let's straighten these guys out a little bit. Easy, easy. So now that we've got that, we can just plop these guys down all the way through. We'll do that at here, but we'll set up that break moment. Okay. Nice. Okay, yeah, it was just that one snare kind of throwing us off a little bit. Easy fix, right? Okay, yeah. Thanks for saying that. I was hoping for that was a test. Yeah, no. We're just, oh man. Troubleshooting drums sometimes, man, you know? Bring this down a little bit. Should experiment with how that drops back in. Yeah, maybe it feels better going into that kick pickup into the snare hit rather than just kick into kick, you know? Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Now I wanted to pull out like a guitar or something. Let's bust out Contact 8 will do. But yeah, man. Yes, been trying to kill down a hi-hat after the fact in a 2-track is beyond frustrating. No, I got you. In a 2-track, I don't know if that's possible. Well, I mean, it is, if depending on, this is kind of nice because it's not exactly a 2-track. It's MIDI, up top and then audio down below. So it's like we have control over the MIDI at least, right? But I swear, with so many of these things, I feel like it really comes down to how much patience you have. If you're a patient person, you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty. You're not deterred by tedium. It's like, honestly, you can shape music to sound exactly how you want it if you are patient enough. Shreddage 3. Oh my gosh, this menu is... Oh, here we go. All right, we're looking for... Oops. Not shreddage 3. We're looking for shreddage 3. And we're looking for, I think, mellow jazz. Yeah. There's also modern jazz, but this will be good. Doesn't go up high enough, man. That's too bad. I also wanted to try that other shreddage though. Modern jazz. This might be better. Oh, that's much warmer, right? Okay, we want to set these notes off a little bit more counterpoint. So, in fact, that might be the call that the vibraphone responds to, right? I think that if you get really good about thinking of things in terms of a call and response, like this, like you can really unlock a lot of nuance in your music. It's a matter of having things that work in tandem with each other, right? So for example, these are both all stacked up on top of each other, this walk down. Let's make that way cooler. Let's make that sound way better. So I'm thinking we're gonna go like, I'm not sure if we want to just what's going on there? Oh, I had an automation of sorts on there. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna get the clip. We're gonna say, give me edges, Command E, and then we're gonna say, all right, but now let's bring it over here. Fixed. See? Okay, now we're getting places. Oh, nice. Dude, that's awesome. You know, these strings are so golden, we're going to bring them over. I think that really, though, we want to add one more element to this area. So, yeah, we will bring all this stuff over, I think. But we're going to add on top of it to kind of, like, complete out this track a bit. Maybe we'll leave out this element. Maybe. That's beautiful. But let's figure out what we're doing for this second half of this track. All right. Honestly, I kind of want to hear this back from the beginning first. We're going to want to gloss up this guitar. There's one reverb that I love to use on guitar. It's called the air verb. It's kind of got this chorus on it that just sounds really cool. Got a little delay going on here. That could be cool. Why is this not ping-ponging? Oh, it's because I'm doing it before the... Okay. Yeah, that reverb was monoing it, oddly enough. Now, part of me wants to make this much brighter and much more intense. I'm just curious. What if we did throw a little OTT on here? And, oh, that's actually really cool. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe I do a little jazz piano doodling around this. Could be kind of fun. Let's keep that rolling. And, oh, you know what? Slight timing difference. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's, get, you see, I slightly slid these just ever so slightly differently. So let's figure out where we kind of get off in that. Okay, so then we're good over here. We got this little nudge at the end. Cool. All right. Okay, and we'll probably be fading it out by here, but let's just fill it, the rest of it out. Oh my gosh. Work with me, Ableton. There we go. Okay. Just beautiful, man. Ah, this is awesome. I think we're gonna do something kind of similar for intro. I'm just not sure. We're gonna like scoot all of this back, give ourselves plenty of space. Not sure if we'll use this full loop, and quite honestly, we don't want to leave it hanging out there just alone. Just the fact that this is a royalty-free sample is like, you know, we don't want to leave it in the intro completely untouched. But what we do want to do is like maybe bring in slightly like these guys, and maybe do some sort of instrumental stuff on top of this. Let's make this difference even more intense. So like, I'm kind of thinking like let's pull these into their own lanes, right? We've got maybe we slap down 2 more audio tracks down here, and we say, okay, this guy, you're coming with me. And it's going to be a clean slate in terms of effects and whatnot. But we could group these and like do some interesting things with it. Yeah, gain staging is all out of control now. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, but that's not all we want to do here. Gosh, maybe we do have it like all the way through here rather than just these guys. Because this is like all, yeah, maybe we allow all of the nuance in the drums in here because it doesn't need to align. Not yet anyways. Okay, we're gonna group these. Also, what reverb did we have on these guys? Did we have any? No, we did not. Okay, that's cool. That's all good because, you know, when it comes time to the mixing of this, we're gonna really hopefully do some cool stuff. Now, we could even mono this. You know, kind of creating more and more of a contrast, right? I think we could do even more with this intro. What if we absolutely blasted it through some OTT? Just curious. That's a little bit intense. But maybe paired with that, we vinyl process it to take out some of the brightness. Oh, just so lovely. Whoa. Whoa, indeed, man. Woo. And I'm like, surprise, it's not a sample. It's not just this vinyl sample. I love starting them off with like less fidelity and then smacking them with the full fidelity, you know? Oh, did we not? That's annoying. That's annoying. Where was this lined up? Is it over here? 'Cause We didn't pull this guy over for some reason. There we go. Thank you, Glizzy. Okay. Now I feel like we still can connect this a little bit better. Isn't this very like, I don't know. This just makes me happy. We might have like some sort of riser sweep up into it. I think I know like a really subtle riser that we could use. Let's search up risers. And it was like something in some it was like some stem in some somatics kit. There was like this really subtle riser that I've just found to be very useful. Yeah, something like this. Let's zoom in here. Get this nice and lined up like tight. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Cool. Let's hear this back. Woo! Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I think we might just leave that. I was thinking of coming in with something new in that section, but let's not mess with the vibe, you know? Oh man, and there we have it, guys. Dude. Oh, that is such an awesome beat. Holy shit. Let's do another one. Oh, I should probably save this. Fuck. What am I even on in terms of song numbers? Song 9. No, we're in like the 960s, I think. Let me actually look it up. Let me just look it up real quick. I really got to get in the habit of saving earlier. I don't know why I do this to myself. It's because I don't have any problems with Ableton. Even when it crashes, it always recovers. It always recovers the project file fine. I feel like I haven't gotten in the habit of like saving every 1,000 seconds, you know, just because it's like, it's never been an issue for me, but the day will come and I'm going to regret it. Song 969, that's what we're on. Okay. Song 969. All right. Cool. Oh, man. That's just awesome. I think we're going to do another one today, and I was cooking up some samples just in the Ableton Live 12.2 beta. We might flip one of those samples, you know, and I don't know, maybe have some fun with it. I think I might grab a little bit of coffee before we dive into this next one, but I don't know, that's just sounding so good. We got this spinning beach ball of death. All right. It's holding us captive. But man, this is, we made a really good one today. I don't know, that's definitely one for the collection. That's a good one. Might even publish that one sometime. I feel like I'm at this point where I've just got so many songs in my backlog. I don't know. 969 is crazy to say out loud. What's up, Odyssean? How you doing, man? Yeah, I know. I've just been at it, dude. I've got so many on my backlog. Like, I think the one that I just released was song 859, if that's any indication of like how many I've got sitting on my backlog. It's insane. But you know, it's good. I'll tell you guys what I do with all these beats. Like, so I keep a fat stash of demos, right? And that's what I'm pulling from for my discography, you know, for what I'm releasing on my Spotify. But I've got like hundreds of beats sitting on my backlog. So, you know what I do is everything that gets published goes on BeatStars for non-exclusive permissions, right? I'm not selling exclusives on those because I'm keeping the masters for those, right? But for all of my giant backlog, I keep a Google Drive folder and I call it Tap's Secret Stash, you know? And I kind of use it just invite only. I send it to rappers and I sell exclusives from my giant ass demo folder, basically. So I'm trying to like put it to work, trying to get it to artists, you know, and it's really like, I don't even have it publicly listed anywhere. It's literally just kind of a word of mouth thing that, you know, sometimes I'm talking with people, they tell me, oh, I'm looking for exclusives. And I go, oh, let me invite you to my secret stash then, you know? So, you know, I'm like, I've got a pretty functional pipeline here, I would say. Very functional. I don't know. If anybody here is a rapper that would like an invite to the backlog, just shoot me an email. I've got my email listed below. But, you know. Oh, man, that's amazing. Anyways, I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee and we're going to dive into another one. So I'll be literally 2 seconds. I'm just going to go heat up a little bit of coffee. I'll let you guys enjoy this, though, while I go do that. All right, back in time, just in time. All right, we're going to dive into another one real quick, though, before we do. I wanted to, I feel like I am very bad about telling you guys everything that's going on, because I don't want to be too pitchy, but some of you guys might actually really like to know the low-key plan. You guys remember this 26-track album that I've been yammering on about for months now? It is out. It is out right now on Bandcamp. You guys can go check it out. You guys have probably seen me make a lot of these on stream. You guys have probably seen me mix a lot of these down. If you want to go check out the new album, it is out right now on Bandcamp early before it drops on any of the official platforms. I always like to really drop it on Bandcamp first. That's just kind of how I do projects. So if you want to be in the know, definitely drop a follow on my Bandcamp or go check out the Low Key Plan. It's going to be dropping officially on all platforms in 12 days, 10 hours, 1 minute, 48 seconds. May 9th is when it's dropping. There's a link to the pre-save as well if you'd like to pre-save it on Spotify. It's just golden jazzy hip-hop stuff. That's really what it is. It's so much stuff that it's just like, I don't know, it's all the stuff that I really like to make. Thank you, Myro. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time in the making. In fact, while I was getting this already, let me just pop over to so this is who I am, by the way, on outside of YouTube. If you guys are trying to find me, I'm TapDaddy on all platforms. But yeah, before I even dropped the Low Key Plan, while I was getting that all prepared, I dropped so many like EPs and whatnot. Like, so it started with like Serendipity. I dropped, like 3 months ago. The next month I dropped Last to Leave Earth. Then I dropped Sunrise Serenade. Then I dropped Snack Time for Turtles like 2 weeks ago. And, then I just dropped the single Moment of Bliss. Definitely worth checking out. But the next release is going to be the Low Key Plan, this giant ass album that I've been building to. I just can't believe it's here, man. I can't, I've been working at this for like so long at this point, So anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to catch it early, you can even buy it for $10 on my Bandcamp. Something else I like to do is I like to set the price of my Bandcamp lower than it is on like iTunes. I just like to reward the people that support on Bandcamp more so. Who's your distro? I distribute through DistroKid. Yeah, and I've got the, I forget what they call the plan, the $40 a month plan. So everything that I drop is released under TapDaddy Records. So, very fancy, right? Anyways, that's enough of me yapping about my music. Let's dive into another one, guys. Let's get started on another track. I want to go back and dig through. I made like 2 loops the other day using Ableton Live 12.2. They've got a beta for 12.2 going right now. I signed up for it. I've been cooking up in it. This isn't 12.2, by the way. I'm afraid to use the beta on stream, right? Because I don't want it to crash, right? But I was playing around with some of the new features, such as really the 2 big features that they've introduced is they've completely revamped autofilter. So I've been doing some really cool stuff with the autofilter, and also they've got a new chord generator called Expressive Chords that makes incredibly jazzy chord progressions. It's really awesome, but I don't know. It's some good stuff. Yeah, Myra says, okay, they be lagging on your push to TikTok and Instagram. Heads up. Oh, really? Are you just saying you haven't seen it on Instagram yet? I haven't put it on TikTok yet, but I definitely just put the word out the other day on Instagram. I don't know if it's, what's crazy about it is it got shown to 1,000 people, but like only like a quarter of those people were my followers. I'm like, Why would you do that? I don't know, man. I'm still perfecting. Yeah, I can't find but 2 songs on the play. Really? That's weird. Are you searching TapDaddy, one word? All your songs. Really? So like spelled like TAP, one word, TapDaddy. Should all be on Instagram and TikTok. You should be able to find all of these. And you'll probably see my logo pop up, but I don't know. I might have to look into that. Anyways, let's get into the beat. We got about an hour left of stream, and I think that's enough time to make a new beat. So let's new live set and get started. All right, so let's see what I was making the other day. As I said, made a few loops in the 12.2 beta. Let's go check it out. So let's see. Sample packs. Ooh, there's stuff in this folder of TapDaddy sample packs. I wonder what that could be for. Anyways, here's like some loops that I made. I was playing with the auto filter on this to really create some texture. I'm thinking we could just chop this apart. This is pretty cool sounding. But yeah, you only found the 2 when tagging? What do you mean by that? When just like searching for TapDaddy? Yeah, if you're curious, I'm TapDaddyBeats on Instagram, so you might have better luck there. So that's pretty cool. So this is using Ableton's new expressive chords is how I generated those chords. We might play around with this. Let's just dive in with some drums and see what we got going on. All right. Let's see. What are some... Of course, I love this drum kit. I've been using it a lot lately. Might bring this guy up in volume. Something like that. Maybe. We'll see. Who used your beat? And one from Moment of Bliss. That was all. Who used my beat? What were the loops you... Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm like getting all switched up here. Yeah, what about Moment of Bliss? I don't think anybody's rhymed it yet. If that's what you're asking. Just came out the other day, but I'm hoping to get somebody on it soon. That'd be good. What were the loops you made? I'll go back and show you. I think we're gonna try to flip this guy. Oh, were you saying that you found somebody that's rhymed Moment of Bliss? That's pretty good. Okay. Let's drop this down here. Let's slice by region. Let's do no, my bad, I'll send a link, explain later. It's the only song I found to use in Instagram that is in your name. That's so weird, because I find my songs perfectly fine. Are you sure you're typing in TapDaddy without any spaces in it? Because, yeah, I don't know. I use my audios in my posts pretty much every time I post, and they always seem to come up for me, so I'm not sure. Let's maybe bump that up to 32. Oh, dude, this is gonna be sick. Okay. Oh man, that's gonna be so sick. Let's mess with it. This is fun. I like sampling myself, man. There's just something very fun about that. Yeah, I think I might be putting together some sample packs for you guys here pretty soon. Oh yeah, because you put beats on the end. Gotcha. Yeah, my handle is TapDaddyBeats, but as an artist, I distribute as the artist TapDaddy. Does DistroKid license your music for you, or do you have to send it into copyright? Are you talking about when I use music, or like when I'm uploading my beats, or when other people use my beats? Because I license my music to other people using BeatStars. For me though, I get licensing from like Splice and Somatics and all of the places where I gather sample material. I have my licensing for that. I don't have to like buy a cover license or anything. I just have to clear it with the person that made the sample. But in this case, today, we're just sampling myself, you know? So yeah, I've got Splice licenses and licensing for all of the stuff that you hear in my DAW, you know? But I don't really have to send it in. It's just there in case if any questions arise about whether I have permissions or not. Alright, this is sounding sick. What if we pitch it down? let's just fly through this beat. Gotta get some decapitator out. Speaking specifically, does DistroKid copyright your music? If you pay them to, they will. I choose not to though, because I sell my beats to other artists, right? So if I put it in Content ID and I'm selling it non-exclusively, that would mess with things, right? But what I do sometimes is I'll run it through like Beat ID on BeatStars to see who's using it. But yeah, Made in Wyoming Beats, how's it going, dude? He says, peace Tap, do you have any content on recording/vocal mixing in Ableton? Oh man, so I don't have any specific like tutorials on it, but I will say I mix down music every Thursday on stream. You're welcome to pop in on Thursdays. I usually am not mixing vocals on stream, but I might have to try to set that up maybe if I get a client that agrees, you know, maybe I'll make something down on stream. We could cut down some content about it. But yeah, no, I got you though. Does DistroKid collect a percentage on sales? No, they do not. I pay my yearly fee and I keep 100% of my royalties. All right, let's see where we want to go next. Let's get some purity out, maybe. Nope, I gotta lay down MIDI track. Let's play with the positioning of these guys, though, at the end. Dope, 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 dope. Get your butt up there. Now, maybe at the rate of this delay, maybe we want to do it like this. Or there we go. That's hitting like some old school Dre 2000. Yeah. Oh, I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with this loop, you know? Okay, so I'm kind of thinking, let's start moving this along. scoot this over here. I really want to hear bars on this, you know? What if we had a little bit of a bass line underneath here? Let's bust out like I've got a bass one shot I really like to use. This guy, and we gotta pitch him to the right. Yeah, let's see. Pitch and a +3, and that should be C. Yeah, just simple bass line, right? Keep it really simple. Hopefully this will just bump, right? That's sounding sick. See if we can get a little, like, lick of something. Oh, maybe we could get, like, a string of sorts. Something like this. This looks way too loud. I thought that was an elephant. Woo! I don't know. This is still like so loud. I'm just not sure about this. I feel like we need to do something here. I've got a bit of an idea. First of all, let's flatten it to mono. Something like this, you know? It's giving me Asian vibes, giving me LBC Nate Dogg, who I happen to sound a lot alike when I want to. Have you ever sidechained a saw wave over your pads or strings? Creates some gating effects. Interesting. Let's see. I think we're going to continue on this pattern of okay. Now I feel like we need just like a little bit more detailing. I think we are going to bring them back into this. Not a huge fan of those last two notes. Let's just kind of like touch that up a little bit. That sounds a little bit better. Okay. get some rain, maybe. Noise. This is kind of what we're looking for here. Now, I'm not sure. We might keep this throughout the track. We'll see. Might have this like fade away. There we go. Now we can just start kind of pulling out sounds. Maybe reach for the BBC Symphony Orchestra plugin. Yeah, something like that. Ooh, yeah. If we brought this like maybe over here. We just like fill this out on this side. That could be cool. Maybe we cut that early. Then we bring them in over here and we start to fade. Yeah, and we just start to fade that out like this. And I think we've pretty much got something here. God damn, nice. Dude, I really want to hear bars on this. This is so sick. I think I'm going to start just like making a lot more loops and just keeping them on deck because I love how this turned out. You know, this was just like an idea that I cooked up late at night the other night. And just to show you guys, this is where we started and kind of where we ended. Let me pull this back up. So this is what we started with. You know? So that's where we started, and this is where we ended. Oh, man. I'm telling you, sampling yourself is pretty fucking slick. Oh. I think this is gonna be going in a sample pack that I'll make available to you guys. We should save this as well. Song 970. God damn. All right. God damn. I think we did it, guys. I think we did it. God damn. Just wanted to remind you guys one more time. Oh, fuck. It's got me captive here. That should be the name, 970. Oh, man. Yeah. I've done a few where I've, like, named it the song name, right? Like, when I hit song 500, I called it Song 500, No Turning Back. And, oh, man, I think way earlier when I hit like song 372, I called it volume 372 classic. No, I called it Classics and Bangers volume 372. Just, I don't know, man. Sometimes that is the vibe. But yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys once more, the low-key plan out now. Definitely go check it out on Bandcamp. And yeah, consider buying it for $10 there. I think it's, I think Bandcamp Friday might be coming up soon. I'll definitely be letting you guys know about it. But yeah, man, I just, wow, can't believe I finally got this album out in some form. It's going to be dropping on Spotify, on May 9th. I've got a little pre-save page right here you can go check out. So yeah, I'll drop a little link there as well. Thank you, man. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Monkey. Oh man. So, damn, this was a good session, guys. This was a really good session. We got 2 bangers done. Man, yeah, making huge progress up to 970. We're gonna be crossing song 1,000 here soon, so definitely stick around for that. Thank you, Myro. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was a really solid stream. Yeah, let's do it again next Saturday. I'll see you guys then. Alright, yeah, until next time, I always gotta say the thing. My name is TapDaddy, and until next time, happy producing. Peace out, guys.